Hey guys, welcome back to Grain Free Homestead. I'm Stephanie, and today we're in the garage because it's kind of windy outside and I didn't want it messing with the sound. So in case you missed our last video, we kind of did an announcement where we're selling our homestead here and we're going to be moving to a farmhouse. House isn't just any farmhouse. It is been in my family, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, and since the late 1880s into the 1890s. So I've loved this house my whole life. I've been around it my whole life. So it's just a very awesome, big deal for us. However, even though we're trying to move from our house, we're in that whole process. It takes, a couple months. We're kind of in that, but we're still trying to get ready for our garden and harvest season in the fall. And while we probably can't have a garden like what we're used to, we are going to have sweet potatoes. So before I get started on that, if you haven't seen our video, our announcement about the farmhouse, go check out the very last video right before this, and it kind of tells you a little bit. Now today we will be heading over there. We're gonna put these sweet potatoes in what I think we're gonna call it like our grow room. There's lots of light in there, there's heat in there. It'll be a perfect place to grow out our seeds and things like our sweet potatoes. But I still wanted to walk you through this process because we're gonna get started over here. We don't have everything over there yet to do this, including our compost. We're gonna use our compost to get started on the sweet potato slips. So I'm gonna get these, and guys, literally I just use foil pans. Like I ordered these on Amazon, or you can get them at Sam's or GFS or any kind of place like that. They have these. Okay, so we're gonna fill these guys up. I have 3 of them. That's what we did last year. And with the slips that we got from these 3 trays, we grew over 100 pounds of sweet potatoes last year. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate what we do and show you guys. It doesn't take a ton of room, but we wanted to walk you through the process of how we got so many sweet potatoes out of a small area. And this is the first step to it, is growing the slips. So I'm just gonna get our compost. And I don't fill this up because I still got to put the potatoes in there. And so I don't want to fill the tray up too much. Now, if I wasn't using compost, if you don't have compost, you could use a good potting soil, but you would need to add like some bone meal or blood meal to the soil, because sweet potatoes, any kind of potato can be a heavy eater. And a lot of the times the potting soils you buy at like big box stores like Lowe's or even Walmart, they're void of any nutrients or microbes that you need, and the bone meal and blood meal just helps to feed them a little bit. So let me get my 3rd one filled up. It's got a lot of good leaves in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Good compost of leaves in there. Okay, and what I do from here is, this box here was kind of our sweet potatoes that were, little and rooty, and while they may not be great for eating, you can kind of see right there, it's already trying to grow a slip. So I like to use these. I pick out the healthiest ones, the ones that, look like because you don't want them to be so skinny they don't have enough, nourishment to grow the slips. So I pick out the best looking ones that I can find, and that's what I use to make my slips. So I'm not using the big potatoes, the good eating potatoes, for our slips. And guys, this is so easy. I just take these down in here and I kind of nestle them down in the dirt. I make sure there's some dirt under them, and then I'm gonna put a couple scoops on top. And I just kind of fit them in here, however they'll go, the best way possible.
What variety is this?
Most of these are Beauregards, and then what was the other variety?
You always forget.
The other variety always slips my mind, but Beauregard is my favorite.
We're probably
they're gonna get mixed again because they got mixed last year.
We'll probably just do Beauregard. We'll cull out those other ones.
Yeah, we'll try and cull them out. The leaves look different, so they're easy to cull out. But right now I don't have them set up for that. But you can see there's a lot of these, and I just fit as many as I can in there. So that one will be that tray. I'm gonna set it over here because I'm gonna cover that with dirt. That one's already got a little slip on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. Okay, and then I'm gonna take some more dirt, and I don't really cover them fully, but mostly. I leave just enough to see kind of where the potatoes are. And this soil is pretty damp, but if you had dry soil, I dampen them a little bit. And then you'll see here in a minute. Guys, this is why this is so easy to do. Even in the middle of our move and everything we're doing, we're still doing sweet potatoes because getting the slip started this way, we've tried the jar method and it just took so long and the slips weren't even that great for us. But this method, we have a video if you want to check out a more detailed video of what we did last year, but it's the same as this. I just wanted to walk you through it, guys, again, because we grew over 100 pounds of sweet potatoes from these 3 trays of slips last year. So, and sweet potatoes are a vegetable that we're gonna be able to put in the pots. We used raised beds for them. And even though we're gonna be moving and stuff, it's gonna be like a set it and forget it type of vegetable. So it's not a high maintenance vegetable, say like cucumbers or squash or zucchini or even tomatoes can be sometimes. We plant it and then we harvest it. So that's kind of what we're probably going to end up doing. I know we're going to grow some things, some cucumbers and some tomatoes and probably okra for sure, things like that. But I just don't know that we're going to be able to grow it to the degree that we normally do. But sweet potatoes feeds our whole family. Everyone's eating sweet potatoes. We did have some picky eaters in the beginning, but now everybody's eating them. So we want to try and hit that 100-pound mark again this next fall, regardless of where we're at. We want to do that, and it's definitely doable in our containers. So we want to take advantage of that. So from here we have our 3 trays full, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to head over to the farmhouse and we're going to put them, show you our setup in our grow out room, our grow building. I don't know what we're going to call it yet. We need to come up with a good name. But we're gonna head over there and show you the rest of the process for growing out our sweet potato slips. Hey guys, so we're over at the new farmhouse, and this is one of the outbuildings that we have. And we're thinking that we might make this our grow room because there's a whole lot of windows and light going on. There's actually heat in here, but I wanted to show you what we're gonna do with the sweet potatoes. So normally at our house, in our basement, we'd use this seed warming mat to start all of our seeds. And we would also do the same thing for the sweet potatoes. We've got this table here. I think there's so much light that we may not even need our grow light, but I'm still going to show you what we use in case you have a basement or you don't have this much light. But we are going to use the warming mat, and I'm just going to make sure that my dirt gets watered a couple times a week, that it doesn't dry out all the way. And this is all you do for sweet potatoes. They're so easy. Slips can be kind of expensive. I've seen them, $20 for a dozen, $24 a dozen, and that's really expensive. So I would much rather go through this process and get basically an unlimited supply of slips than to have to put that much money into them. So we have our seed starting mat, and then let me show you the grow light that we would normally use. It's this guy here. It's an adjustable light. It is, I believe, it's 4 foot long, and this is a great light. I can't remember the name of the website. Do you?
No.
If you go back and look at our seed starting video, I can tag it in this. I can put it at the end of the video, and I can also put a link in the description. It has the website for this. They were half price of like all the other major growing websites. So I got the seed mat and the light there.
And this light, it has little little clips, and it has a string that holds it up, and you can adjust it right here so that when the plants are smaller to the closer to the ground, you'll be able to, and as they grow, you can pull the light up. So it's kind of a cool little feature it has.
So that's it on the sweet potatoes, guys. It's super easy. I encourage you to try it yourself and let me know how it works. We've done the jar method, the water, you know, the potato in the jar, and it just took forever, like 3 or 4 months, and we didn't get good slips. These whole pans will be full of slips. You guys, we'll show you, we'll do an update and show you how many slips that you'll get from these. We'll end up giving some away. We did last year. Okay, so we're gonna give you all a sneak peek of the farmhouse, just a little bit, and show you guys what we got going on.
All right, guys, here it is. This is Stephanie's grandma's house that we're gonna be moving into shortly. We got a couple months probably before we are here permanently. We're in the middle of doing a lot of renovations. We did a video, or we videoed some before we did anything to kind of show you what it's gonna look like, what it looked like before anything happened. So this is how old is this? So
late 1880s to the 1890s for the original part of the house, and then the early like 1900 for it's been added on to. So for the
yeah, I think this section of the house is the oldest part, and then they added on this section of the house. And then that section of the house was added on in 1980s.
Mid-1980s.
Mid-1980s. So
altogether, it's about 133, 34 years old.
well, we're going to probably do a little bit of homework on it and see if we can find out exactly when this house was built, because it's just a lot of history here, a lot of cool stuff.
It was my grandparents that lived here, my great-grandmother before that, and my great-great-grandparents before that, and before that it was an uncle, I believe, that they purchased it from. So it's been in my family from the beginning.
So yeah, it's been here a long time. You can see that Stephanie's grandma really loved trees a whole lot. She planted trees everywhere. We love a lot of these trees, but now most of these trees, I don't know if you can see this one here. They're everywhere, and
right on the house.
a lot of them are just really, really close to the house. So we're gonna go through in the next few months probably, and any of the trees that are just dangerously close to the house or the power lines, we're gonna have to thin them out. And it's gonna, right now it doesn't look like it, like, you know, this looks all opened up, but all around me is trees, and this whole area is super shady and usually gets covered over with leaves. The leaves are usually a big problem with drainage and everything.
Limbs.
And limbs are falling all the time. So we're gonna try and open this area up, clean it all up, and make it to where you can see the house a lot better all year round instead of just in the winter and the fall. So guys, this is it. This is a little sneak peek of our new home. We'll be here in just a few months. So this is the before. So we got a lot of work to do. We are literally gutting this house. Every room is gonna be touched in some way, shape, or form. So guys, thanks for watching. Keep watching our video. Subscribe, like, share if you like what you see. And thanks again, and y'all have a blessed week. And see you later.